What do you genuinely just not understand? How or what blind people see? Like, I know it's not black. It's been described to me like it's not black, it's not anything because you don't see anything. You just need to be blind to be able to understand, I guess. Radio frequencies. It's crazy how it can just end up playing music out of the air. How you can drop something on the floor and it seemingly disappears instantly. Then later you find it like 10 meters away. How our brains remember we forgot something, but can't remember what it was. Like, how do you know you forgot something? If you forgot it, then you wouldn't know about it, right? How does the brain just know that? Edit. Wow, it's been a bit lol. Thanks for all those who answered giving their own explanations and examples. It actually did help me understand more. Still, seriously fascinating. We are just all giant computers, really lol. And for those that got my username, I like you. You deserve a cookie. How we sometimes understand something differently from another person even though we are looking or experienced the same thing. I recently lost the use of my right leg. Most people are nice, but there are so many people who are rude simply because I'm disabled. I never would have believed that anyone is capable of being an asshole to a disabled person until I experienced it myself. How people can choose to be motivated. Contrary to one of the more popular comments in here, why I can't draw well. Like, I know how a normal human face looks like. I can even put a picture next to it and try to replicate every line. Yet, in the end, it looks shitty. Why? And #XB. Edit. Thanks for my first ever Reddit gold and silver. Here are some of the most frequent suggestions in the answers for people who don't want to go through all of them. Draw with the eyes, not the brain. To help with that, you can try turning the reference picture upside down to focus on the actual lines. As an extra help, you can layer the picture into a grid pattern to get the proportions right. And for all aspiring artists, practice. Child pageants and why they still exist. How RBMK reactors work. Why people think it's okay to just throw their trash out of their car window. How TVS work. A signal is broadcasted over the air by a tower. Within that signal is audio and video data, which I suppose both must be joined together. Somehow, the TV knows how to interpret the signal and say here's the audio and here's the video. Fine, I can get that. But somehow the signal also includes data that says, here's the top of the image, here's the bottom, here's the left, here's the right, and here's all of the colors in the picture. I don't know what's going on there and have wondered how much data can be packed into a TV signal. This technology has been around for decades and I don't understand it. I don't even want to even think of how Wi-Fi works. Edit. As others may have mentioned, there's other complexities in TVS such as closed captioning, picture-in-picture, and VCRS, that are in a common household item that we take for granted. Thanks for all of the explanations. I'm not going to be an expert, but you all have helped me grasp the concepts. How one horse can pull up to 8,000 pounds, but two horses can pull 24,000. Furthermore, if the horses are friends, they can pull up to 32,000 pounds. Does this mean 10 horses can pull the earth? Why some people can't understand that to have space to get in, you need to let the people out first. Bitcoin, like, where does it come from? How the fuck do you mine something from the computer? I'm at a total loss. How the brain really works. How a lump of meat gives us thoughts, emotions, that voice inside our heads. How people can draw and paint well. Space. It's such a massive entity that imagining even small units like galaxies is hard. How on earth are there pictures of the universe? Is there more? Where does it all end? Absolutely fascinating, but there is so much more to learn. Edit. Wow. Thanks for gold. I'm reading everyone's replies, but it's hard to come up with something clever to everyone. By pictures I mostly mean artist imaginings and those sort of portrayals. I know there aren't actually pictures of it. Why do I keep opening the fridge every 5 minutes when I know there's nothing in there? Animal abuse. I genuinely cannot understand the thoughts that go through these people's heads when they abuse animals over a long period of time. New General Mathematics LL. Money. How can we just make more? I've had this discussion with countless people who have studied economics. I still don't get it. Honestly, politics. I get some stuff, and am trying to educate myself more on different issues. But anytime someone tries to bring up certain issues, how I feel on certain matters, etc., I just tell them I don't have enough knowledge on the topic to have a strong opinion on the matter. Makes me feel stupid sometimes, but better off that than stir the pot on something I know next to nothing about. How people can think it is okay for them or their kids to listen to videos out loud on their phones in public places. I think it is beyond rude and am usually just shocked to see it happening. People who are not curious. I believe it is part of being alive to learn about things for the sake of knowledge. I cannot understand people who, for seemingly no reason, prefer not to learn. Edit. Pretty sure that's my first Reddit award of any kind. You bet I'm proud the comment was about curiosity. THXBB. Why people believe Earth is flat. Gravity having the ability to bend time. Seriously, no idea at all. Not to mention black holes, event horizons, etc. The purpose of the Night King. How bad people can lie with themselves. This can go from murderers to something as stupid as always taking someone else's food from the fridge, or cutting people off in traffic. How the fuck do extroverts deal with people and go out in public without getting exhausted? What I'm seeing from these replies is that while introverts have fun and recharge by having some alone time, extroverts have fun and recharge by socializing and meeting new people. Why that Knox girl would ever set foot in Italy again? How come I hate myself and am desperately insecure, yet I think I'm better than everyone else at the same time? WTF brain? How certain political ideologues can truly change their stripes and defend their party's champion doing something they hated a year ago. My brother, who has 2 sets of functioning headphones, had a set of functioning earphones, is able to access my mom's set of earphones that she is not using at all. Still insists on playing music / movies / anything with audio through his laptop / phone / iPad speakers. This also applies to people who do the same in public. I genuinely don't understand how the stock market works. 1. How phones work, how radio works, how live TV works, how internet / Wi-Fi works, especially online gaming, how planes stay in the air with all the weight, how man landed on the moon. People who can tell between their left and their right. You don't even need to remember both. You just need to remember one. If you know your left, then through process of elimination, you know your right. And vice versa. I just don't get it. How do people hold conversations so long? I can hardly hold a 2-minute discussion on something that just happened. Meanwhile, people can talk for hours about something and not struggle to find even a single word. Electricity, especially short circuits. Just about every instruction my wife gives me. How someone speaks 2+ languages. Like, how can someone so easily switch between different languages? Do they translate one language back to their native language, or can they just understand perfectly without any addition effort? A lot of really basic math. I can understand stuff from a theoretical or abstract sense. I get the basic concepts of algebra and geometry and physics. But if you give me a simple division equation, I guarantee you I will not be able to sort it out. Even when I tried really hard in school because my lack of math ability made me feel dumb, I couldn't make heads or tails of it. Found out as an adult that I've got dyscalculia, or math dyslexia. How can you be on your phone 24/7 and take 30 minutes to respond? Edit. Guys, stop responding to the comment if it doesn't relate to you, lol.